Hello traders and welcome back. So today I want us to see our trade recap, as in for last week, how we took our trades and where we took our entry and the reason why. And second, I also analyze to check the bias of next week if we can take any positions. So let us start with USD Swiss franc. So as you can see on USD Swiss franc, we have a short bullish momentum. I think this is just a pullback, because as you can see when we go to 4 time frame, we're gonna find that this market is bearish. Yeah, this market is bearish. Let us assume, as you can see, this market is a downtrend market, but the bullish momentum is just a pullback. This market was just pulling back. So inside our daily hand, we had this as a supply and we had a point of interest. So let us go back to our 1 hour time frame. So in our 1 hour time frame, we are only looking for sell because the overall trend is bearish. So at this point of interest or around this supply zone, we had this point. This area is where I was anticipating to take a sale at that time. So I waited this market, this point, whereby I saw these candlesticks sweeping the liquidity high and then closing down here as a bearish graphic in following candlestick. So I took a sell position where I was stopped out because the movement was still going up. I didn't know why, but I keep on respecting this point, and later the market came and broke this point and retested our supply zone fair value here. So as you can see here we had our fair value this around this area, which was being retested. As you can see, the market reached to this point. The market reached to this point. As you can see, it took a first touch and then a second touch. After touching double top, so I only took a sell position at this point of interest because I knew after this market swept my stop loss here and then it came to this fair value gap and giving us our double top, our double top. So I decided to take a position after knowing that this bullish candlestick was open from the lowest to the highest, which means that this market is not going from the highest. It will still come down to do what, to retest this level before even going back, and that's what the market did. It came and swept the liquidity with this bullish candlestick that was moving down, that started its movement down to continue and going down to this level, which was, I was anticipating this level, but I only decided to take a 1:3 risk to reward ratio, and which was hit TP. After the TP was just hit, the market started moving up. So I am also anticipating to take a sell position either next week if it won't break this supply zone upside. So that's the first trade that's the first and the second trade on USD Swiss franc. So let us go to the AUD card. As you can see on AUD card, we have a 2 position also. I only took 2 position. So this market also, it's I don't know if I'd say it's a bearish, but I think let us go to 4 time frame and see. I think it's a support and resistance market. So as you can see, this market is just ranging in between. This is a resistance and this is a support. So if the market is high, it comes to this level and then to bounce back the same way around, just like that, going up, down. So you can see from this level, you can see from the resistance level, the market took its positions down, and from the downside level, which was the support, the market took its position to the upside. So I just only decided to trade internal structures. That's why I went back to lower time frame. I know that the market was already testing the resistance level. So what I was just making is a continuation sell position to this support level, of which we have a fair value gap here and we have a forward time frame order. So I decided to go to 1 hour time frame. And after going to 1 hour time frame, let us set this chart. So you can see this is a downtrend chart. It's a downtrend chart. The chart is moving down. So what I did, I just knew that at this point we have this an internal resistance level. So this market is being resisted. It was resisted here, then down, then back, resisted down. Then a third touch, but still got resistance down. So that's for the repeatable move. So I just only took a position after seeing this point. So you can see at this level, I knew that this was just a point of increase. That's why I waited for this bearish engulfing, and then the second bearish engulfing, I took my entry here, knowing that this market may come to this fair value, but it didn't do that. It just came into my bias for a little time, and then pushed back and swept my stop loss away, and then retested this point of interest here. Then after doing that, it gave us also a three bearish consecutive candlesticks, and then later it went down, and that's where I took my position, my selling position. As you can see, it got a TP. So it was just it took the move inside my position for either half or quarter, and then it went back. I was just thinking that this has also just gone, just a little bit to hit my stop loss. Then market bounced back, and then the way it bounced back, it went direct to my TP. Then after hitting just my TP, it went against the move again. So that's how a CAD trade went. So one stop loss and one TP, even in this is from one stop loss and one TP. So we come here to our XAUSD, and on our XAUSD, we all know that XAUSD has been trending down for a very short time. I don't know if I'll say that it's for a almost 6 months. Gold has just been trending down. So if you go to 4 hour time frame, let us go to 4 hour time frame. You're gonna see. So on our 4 hour time frame, you can see that the market is just trending up after breaking this neckline, and it went back. It tried to test this area. I thought that it will come to test this neckline, but the market didn't lose. It just went up, and after going up, it gave us the top. This was the first top and the second top, and then later this was just our neckline, trend line, which was being broken, and then market retested it. It may continue to go down or up. So that's the 4 hour time frame bias, which was bullish. And as for me, I was only looking to sell because this market was already at a supply area. So when you look at our left hand side, you can see that this is a supply area. So I was just waiting this market to test this supply, and then I take my selling position. So let us go to 1 hour time frame and see. So on our 1 hour time frame, you can see that aside from this market being bullish from this order to this upside to the supply zone, it broke the daily high resistance, and it retested this supply area, whereby I waited for the retest inside this fair value at this point, but I took one stop loss, and then I didn't enter immediately. I waited until the market retested inside the supply zone again, and then I saw the bearish momentum, and then I took a selling position, which was also swept by the liquidity. As you can see, this kind of stick went just up. After going up, it went up to this level and stopped me out. After just stopping me out, the market continues to go down. So if I adjust this selling position curve, as you can see, the market just went to my direction where I was anticipating it to go. But you can see I will just stop out after getting a stop out, then the market continues. I didn't give up because I waited the market to break inside the previous 4-hour high and previous 4-hour. So after this market broke this previous 4-hour high and previous 4-hour low, I took also a position and placing my stop loss inside this curve of 4-hour time frame and 4-hour time frame candlestick. Inside it, I placed my stop loss and anticipated this level, this point of interest. So I was anticipating this market to reach at this point because this looks like a point of interest before it took its reversal. So this market didn't go far. It went into my position for a little bit, just a few pips to hit my stop loss, and then started going up. After going up, it gave me again a stop loss. So those are 3 trades that I took in gold. 3 trades was a loss, and 1 trade on USD franc was a TP. Also in USD franc, I got a TP. So in the previous trade recap, I closed my making profit, even though I had more losses than more profits, but I still had profits inside my account balance. So I want us to analyze again. So let us start with this. This is franc. I want us to analyze this chart to see what will happen next week. If it will be a selling position or a step out market. So we just chill and wait to confirm the entry. So I normally start with daily time frame. So start with the daily time frame. So on our daily time frame, you can see when you zoom, I see that this franc is already a bearish market. So being a bearish market, we are only looking for sell. Yeah. So we mark our daily high and daily. We mark our daily high, daily. So this is our daily high. As you can see, this is still the highest point of our daily high. And this is the lowest. So this was just a pullback. So inside this pullback, we have a supply area. So this is a supply. We name this as supply area on our daily chart. So this is a supply area. And after marking that, we look to the left. We have a fair value up here and an order book, which we may continue looking for more when the position will reach, when the price will reach to this level. We'll continue to looking for more opportunities where we take our TP for our entries. So let us go back to our after marking daily high and daily low, and then our supplies area. You can see that this daily low is just a support level. The market has been touching to this level for multiple times. So let us go to 4-hour time frame. So on our 4-hour time frame, we have this opportunity whereby you can see a supply zone, and inside the supply zone we have where the market retested this fair value of this candlestick, this huge candlestick. So we get to see a point of interest. So this is just like a point of interest on our 4-hour time frame. So we are anticipating either this market to touch this level before continuing to drop to this daily low here. So as you can see, also we have internal resistance. So you can see we have an internal resistance. Let's mark this level. So why am I calling this internal resistance and support? Because here the market got resisted here, and after being resisted, it went back down to this level. So as you can see, the market moved from this level to this down here. Then after going here, the market again bounced back to this, from this daily low to this level, and got resistance for a little bit, and then went down for a short time, and then pulled back with more momentum to this upside daily high. And then the market, when it came to this another resistance, it made it to become a support level. It started to be supported, and later market didn't take it for a little bit. It also went back. After going back, it didn't went that far. it gave us a huge bearish candlestick which broke this resistance and support level and then closed inside. After closing inside it gave a retest. After giving a retest, it continues to go to this daily low support. So we are anticipating to look for opportunity at this level again, because you can see if this was just a resistance and support level, the market has already touched it. So what we have to do is to look how the week went. As you can see, before the week even closed, we had a bearish candlestick, and inside this bearish candlestick we have two bullish candlesticks, which means this market is still a bearish candlestick, because two inside bar candlestick with only huge bearish candlestick. It means that pairs they are still having more momentum than bullish or the buyer's momentum. So we have to name these as support and resistance. Internal support and resistance. Internal support and resistance. So after having our internal support and resistance, we look to the right side. So you can see at our right side we have this as our resistance and this is our previous forward time frame low. So this is our forward time frame low and this is the forward time frame high. So we go to our 1 hour time frame. So on our 1 hour time frame, we have to mark previous forward candlestick high and previous forward candlestick low. So you can see, let us just use these lines. You can see this is the highest of those candlesticks high and this is the lowest, because we have a bearish candlestick here. So at this range, I'm only waiting for the market to break this level and give a retest to this resistance or go further to this point of interest, and then took my entry and selling position to this level again where my TPOs got hit here. So I'm only anticipating to take up a selling position. Or even if this market won't go that far, it will only look for a simple liquidity to this level or this resistance and then continues going down. It won't go back. That one I'm sure, because that's how I know my analysis. So on this is Frank, we're only looking to sell at this point, either at resistance level or at point of interest here. So that's it on this. This is Frank. Let us move to another pair, which is CAD. And on AUD CAD, we are going to start with the daily time frame. Daily frame. So on our daily time frame, we have this view. So as you can see, we have order block here down. This is our order block, and we have also a block of structure on our left hand side. And after having a block of structure, we have a daily low which is acting as a support level, and we also have a daily high which is acting as a resistance. So an AUD CAD is also simplified because it has given us support and resistance, and you all know that support and resistance you only say at high point, and you only buy at you take a selling position at a resistance and you take a buying position at a support level, unless the market has broken either up or down of those levels. So let us zoom. So as you can see, this is now clear. So a resistance at a supply area. So after this market retested this resistance, it gave us a supply. So I have to move this supply to this area. So this is our supply again. And we have a resistance and a daily high, daily low. So inside this range of our resistance and support, we have this bearish move. As you can see, this is a bearish move from the resistance level. It's trying towards this level of a support or this fair value that I'm covering. So let us go to 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame. On our 4 hour time frame, inside this resistance and support, we have our supply zone here. And after having our supply zone at this area, we also have 4 forward low. So this is like let me name it. So forward high, forward high, and also forward high, and also have a forward low. So this is the lowest forward low. The lowest forward part and the highest forward part. So inside this forward high and inside this forward high and low, that's where we are going to take our trade or our entry positions. We are only looking inside that rectangle, or I call it a box, or whatever, a channel. Yeah. So inside this forward high and forward low, you can also see that we have support and resistance kind of structures. So we have multiple like support, resistance, resistance. So let us go back to our 1 hour. So before even we go to 1 hour, you can see this market is bearish. From the resistance, it's trying towards this daily wave, which is support. So when we go to 1 hour time frame, this is where we take our easiest analysis. So inside that range here of 4 hour high, 4 hour high, and 4 hour low, we only look for previous 4 hour high, which is this one. I have to move it. So let me remove this. So this chart is very clear. As you can see, this is our previous high, previous 4 hour high, and we have also our previous 4 hour low. So this is the lowest point of our previous 4 hour low, and it's the point of previous 4 hour high. So I'm only anticipating to take a position whether this market okay. Yeah. So let me be clear. We have a 5 hour gap here down, and we have also another here and a daily. And this bucket, the overall trend is inside the support and resistance. So as you have seen on our daily chart, this market, it's supposed to it was moving from the resistance towards the support. So this is just a movement that is being continued, but we can't go just direct because we must have a pullback. This market moves in a pullback. Yeah, it's just to retrace and then continue with the move. So at this point, this market is ranging. So I'm only waiting for this market to go and touch this daily high or the kind of resistance, and then continue with back. Either way around. So it can also come, it can continue its movement. As you can see, this is a bearish point. I can call this as point of interest. The moment this might be my point of interest. So I will wait this market, when the market opens, it will touch to this point of interest and then continue dropping to this far FPG or to this OP far here. So I'm only looking to sell this market here. So USD fund, this is fund, and the indicator I'm going to look for selling position. But if the market will come and break this previous far high or the far high internal resistance, when the market will break it, I will wait for the retrace on this far high and then take a buying position to this resistance level or supplies of area before we continue looking for selling position further on. So let us wait and see how the market will reveal itself, or it will play alongside our empty position. So let me erase these things. I want us to analyze also gold. Gold, I have been making losses. I think after making these 2 consecutive trades that I just took TP here and here, I took only 2 trades, but when stop loss, none of them went to TP. I didn't even take up the even, but let us start another new life. How to forget about that. So this is a XAU chart and the normal chart of the daily time frame. knows where the best buyers are. So we have to refresh this, reset the chart. Okay, so on our daily chart you can see very clear. So let us draw a trend line from this level to this level. So you can see this is a bearish chart or a bearish moment. So when we mark it very well, you may see gold is going to drop down because it has already reached to where it's supposed to drop, and you can see exactly on this trend line with combination of this applies gold. If it will go back, it won't go that far. It will go and retest this trend line or retest and so liquidity inside this applies area at this point and then continues to go down, because down here we have our FPG and we have OP daily order book. So let me zoom very clear to make it, because this is where we are looking at opportunities. So at this daily support we have multiple catches, and aside from that, on our left we have a break of structure, and after having our break of structure we also have a neckline, and this neckline got broken. At a being broken, the market gave us left. You can see this at 25 vertical, and we also have order book where the move started, and the move went back to there and broke this daily higher resistance level and enters the supply zone area. So as you can see, this is our supply point. So this supply point, the market went from here at this level. It gave us a liquidity sweep inside this supply zone, and then gave us a bearish candlestick. After giving us a bearish candlestick, it tries to going back to test. So you may see that this market, it won't just go downside the rate. It may either go back again and give us a retest before dropping, or it may come and break this trend line here and continues going back up. So let us go to 4-hour time frame. So on our 4-hour time frame chart, when we look at our left, we have a point of interest. This is where if the market want to start to drop this with our take TP, our TP position, where we take our exit. So these are point of interest. We may take our exit here and take a pullback where the market can give us a bullish sign. So, or if it will break this level, it might come to this level, this FUG before going back. As you know, gold normally is either half of the move or going down to 8 of Fibonacci retracement. So let us analyze very well and see. So I won't touch these other things. I only look for previous 4-hour high. This is the previous 4-hour high, and this is the previous 4-hour day. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, this is a small range, just like a pullback, and I'm only anticipating to take a selling position after this market has shown me a liquidity. It will push the liquidity to this level or further before taking a selling position to this point of interest. So I'm only looking to say, or it may also occur in a different way. It will also show me a buying position. So if it will break this trend line or a supply zone and then give me a bullish or bullish signal and then continues going up, I only wait for a retest of this supply zone here and then continues to go bullish with this. So that's how I'm looking for it to take a position, but my 100% sure is just that gold will also drop a little bit before going up. Even if it will go up, but it must also drop, because I don't know if gold can just wake up and then strive or shoot to go up upside without giving us a pullback. So that's it for today. I think you all understood what I have teaching you, what I have analyzing. And if you haven't understood anything, you may consider watching this video again and again, you will come to realize what I have been saying about this chart, this gold movement. Because gold, it's like, if it will break this trend line, it will change the move from being bearish to start now going back where it used to be. We were used to buy gold most of the time. When you open the chart, you're only looking for a bullish setup. But right now, you don't know if gold will go up or down. You only analyze what you see, and then gold will play out with a different perspective with what you expect the market. Yeah. So that's it. I think. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. Thanks.